and simply just leave right now without any regard to what's going on. Now, let me tell you something. I know there are some folks who are sitting in Congress who think that's our course of action. I've been to Iraq myself, and I've talked to the people who are there, and I've got friends with whom I went to college, one of whom is one of General Petraeus' assistants. Another one is a Marine who's in Al-Anbar, and I get regular communications from him and others. And the one thing they say is that, look, we know we're making a difference here. We know that while it is far from perfect, we're getting to a place where we'll be able to see the Iraqis take care of their own security. And we've got a responsibility to make sure that we get them to that point. I don't want to be there one more day than is absolutely necessary. I don't want to see us lose one more life, not one more. But I also don't want to see us dishonor the lives of those who have been lost and the ones who would be lost by simply saying we just don't have the stamina or the stomach to finish what we committed to do, dishonoring our country, and frankly creating a more dangerous situation in the Middle East and the rest of the world as well. So that's, again, it's not a popular opinion. I know what the polls are, but what I want to say is this. Polls, I heard a television show this morning that said 65% of the American people are against the war. Look, I understand that. But the day we start making all of our major decisions based just on today's popularity is a day you don't have leadership. At that point, you do not have a president who's a thermostat. You have a president who's nothing more than a thermometer, just reading the temperature and reacting to it. And that's not leadership. Let me take one more question. All right, the question is on No Child Left Behind. There's been a lot of misunderstanding. Let me say, first of all, there's some good things about No Child Left Behind that I don't want us to forget. And the main thing that's good is this. In the past, if a child really struggled, that child could be sort of just hidden in the system. And nobody really knew that the child wasn't learning, wasn't getting anywhere. And when that particular student got out of high school, if he got out at all, maybe physical promotion, he was illiterate. And you know what? We wasted not only his life, we wasted all your taxpayer monies, and he never got the education that he thought he was getting and that you thought he was getting. Under No Child Left Behind, every individual is treated as an individual, not as just part of a group, and that's a good thing. Now, the bad thing is that because we treat the school and we judge them by how they're dealing with every individual, sometimes if you have a high proportion of kids who are ESL, English as a Second Language, or a high proportion of IDEA, Individuals with Disabilities in Education Act, or kids who have some learning difficulties or disabilities, it may skew the school results. So the school looks like it's failing when in fact it's not the school that's failing. It's just got a large population of kids who are struggling. So there's some ways to tweak it and make it better without completely dismissing what's really good about it. One thing that I would do, because I'm very passionate, an education system that only focuses on the left brain is not an education at all. And one of the things that has to happen, No Child Left Behind for the first time in our country's history actually included music and art as part of the core curriculum. However, many schools have cut music and art budgets because schools aren't evaluated on them, and therefore they think they can get away with cutting them. Look, the dumbest thing we do is cut music and art programs out of our schools. We ought to add those programs and make sure I'm so passionate about it. The reason is because a true education is the stimulation of both the left and the right side of the brain, the logical as well as the creative side. And if you do that, you're stirring curiosity and intellectual capacity. If you don't, it's like having a computer that has a vast database but no operating system. If you've got a computer that only has a database but it doesn't have an operating system and can't process the information, you don't have a computer, you've got a boat anchor. That's all you got. You've got to have the processor. The creative side is what makes us unique. It's what gives us the elevation as human beings. Music and art programs are critical to that. And so one thing I do is to make sure that while I leave education, the right and role, responsibility of the states, I don't want to become where the federal government is running our local schools. I would advocate that states adopt what we did in Arkansas during my term as governor, and that is that every student in every grade has a music and, not a music or, a music and art education from certified teachers. And we saw our test scores go up. We've seen more kids get interested. And folks, there's a reason that 6,000 kids in America drop out of school every day, and millions more take the most expensive nap in America on their desk. And it's not because kids are dumb. It's because kids are bored. And one way we bring them alive again is to make sure that every part of their intellectual capacity is stirred and stimulated by the education system that we give them. Well, I've taken more time of yours than I probably should. We've got more popcorn, and I have a bag waiting on me, I understand. But I want to say to all of you, thanks. We hope that you'll sign up. We need you on our team here in Iowa. We need you on caucus night. And if you live in Illinois, just get a residence established over here in Iowa for that one night. I figure, hey, if dead people can vote in Arkansas, people in Illinois ought to be able to vote in Iowa. Why not? Thank you, folks.